This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Prime. In association with Micromax. Nothing like anything.
Of all the places and highways that I have driven on, driving in the hills has always been my favorite. And this week, I am glad that I will be driving on the winding roads of Himachal. Today, I journey from the foothills of the Shivaliks to one of the most popular hill stations of India, Shimla. With my Mercedes A180 as my trusty steed, I stop over at some very interesting places before I reach my final destination. Welcome to the show where we discover India through its highways. Welcome to Follow the Star. This week, I start my journey from Chandigarh. En route, I ride a cable car at the Timber Trail Heights in Parwanoo, visit the mushroom city of Solan, taste some very different and unusual pickles, and finally reach the picture-perfect hill station of Shimla. I drive on the National Highway 22 and the Himalayan Expressway and cover a total distance of 116 kilometers. Starting your journey in Chandigarh has its pros and cons. The pros? Driving in Chandigarh is a sheer pleasure because of the wide roads and zero traffic. Except, everything here is so symmetrical that getting out of the city can be a bit of a task. And thanks to the navigation system of my Mercedes A180, I was finally out of the maze and on my way. Without my navigation system, you would have definitely seen me drive only around Chandigarh the entire episode. My first stop is the Pinjore Gardens, situated a short distance out of Shimla on the highway. Just 3 kilometers after entering the Himalayan Expressway, I thought I'd stop by the beautiful Yadavendra Garden and spend some quality time here before I head to Shimla. Situated 20 kilometers from Chandigarh, the Pinjore Gardens, also known as the Yadavendra Gardens, is a Mughal-era garden complex complete with beautiful fountains and waterfalls. It is a good pit stop option for anyone traveling on this route because, apart from its beautiful settings, it also has food courts and restrooms. Post passing the Pinjore Gardens, one gets onto a stretch of the NH22 between Pinjore and Parwanoo known as the Himalayan Expressway. This is a 27.5 kilometer stretch and was basically built to bypass the busy town of Kalka. The expressway is not exactly hilly nor straight. The best I can describe it as is loopy. Loopy or not, it is a sheer joy to drive on this 4-lane expressway. I'm on the Himalayan Expressway driving towards Parwanoo, but before that, I'm going to take a left onto the Kalka-Shimla road to pick up meat pickles. Located on the old Kalka-Shimla highway network, these pickle shops used to be a must-stop on everybody's lists. But now as it falls a bit off the route, not many people stop here. Or maybe it's just because the pickles are so spicy. From here, I am headed to a beautiful resort called the Timber Trail Heights, which lies right on the highway. I am here to have a proper breakfast, hopefully nothing as spicy as the pickles. I'm going to hop onto this cable car, which is at a height of 3,000 feet right now, and I'm going to have to travel another 2,000 feet to reach Timber Trail, which means I'm going to be at a height of 5,000 feet in totality. How exciting is that? Timber Trail Heights operate their very own cable cars. These trolley cars travel from a height of 3,000 feet to 5,000 feet over 2.5 kilometers. This ascent takes around 8 minutes, but each of those minutes of the view are worth every second. So I've finally reached Timber Trail Heights and I'm starving, so I'm going to get some breakfast. Not only does Timber Trail Heights have its own cable cars, it also has its own golf buggies to take the guests around. I seem to have enjoyed it more than the cable ride. This expansive resort boasts of many luxurious stay options and for many is a destination in itself. The food too is delicious and the view is truly nice. Though I could sit here and enjoy this beautiful view for hours, the road beckons and many more beautiful views await me and I must get going. With every passing kilometer, the roads were getting steeper and the view was getting prettier. And I could see the tracks of the historic Kalka-Shimla Railway running alongside and across the road. The railway track is a narrow 2 feet 6 inch gauge which runs along the Kalka-Shimla route. This rail line was built during the British era to connect the summer capital of Shimla to the broader Indian rail system. I'm really excited right now. I'm on my way to Jabli to catch the train and drive alongside it. I only have that moment for 60 meters and I'm not gonna miss it. I caught it. I drove alongside the train. Even though the train was a bit slow, it was certainly worth it. I couldn't get enough of this little toy train, so I had to go visit the next station that lay on my journey. Unfortunately, the station, which is called Barog, lies below the road and I am going to have to go down a steep stretch to get to it. This quaint little station has a very interesting story. Colonel Barog, a British engineer, was responsible for designing a tunnel near the railway station. He started digging the tunnel from both sides of the mountain. However, he made a mistake in his calculation and found that the two ends of the tunnel did not meet. Barog was fined an amount of 1 rupee by the British government and unable to withstand the humiliation, Barog committed suicide. He was buried near the incomplete tunnel and this area and the station then came to be known as Barog after him. Apparently I'm a little late, so I missed the toy train, but just the thought of climbing back all that way that I came down to catch the toy train is killing me already. But I have tons to tick off my list and I must hit the road again. Coming up on Follow the Star, I visit the mushroom city of India and reach my final destination, Shimla, a place caught in time.